case. A chance now to take a look at the steals over the last few months for Darius Garland.
And the defense he's played lately has really been tremendous. It's clear he's working his tail off on this end and collecting a number of steals as a result. You have to commend that type of effort.
And the Milwaukee starting five. Lillard and Trent Jr. are the guards. Inside we have Giannis and Lopez. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. And for Cleveland, at the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. And it's Okoro in at the 3 slot. Doris, when we talk about young guards, few better than Darius Garland. What makes him great?
I think a few things, but I would start with the fact that he's a 3-level scorer. Knocks down the 3 with consistency, can get to his in-between, but also creative at the rim. The other thing I love, Brian, is that he defends with great intensity. Mitchell does not let that 6'1" frame deter him from going in the paint. This guy has got so much confidence.
And the dunk by Lillard.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Outside Garland. Sinks the tray. Garland's got 5.
This is one of the game's better three-point shooters. Darius Garland in the house.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They're a team with momentum in the midst of an 8-game winning streak.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
Trent outside. Stolen by Mobley. On the break. Allen with a screen on Lillard. Outside for Mitchell. Rebounded by Lopez. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Right side Garland. Over Trent. And another miss by Cleveland.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
And Doris, who can forget the 2016 Cavs, the team that brought Cleveland their first NBA title?
And not just basketball. The city hadn't won a championship, BA, in any sport for over 50 years. And for LeBron, a homegrown talent, to do that with Kyrie, that is a team that will always have a special place in Northeast Ohio lore.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, with the Bucks switching coaches midway through last season, Doc Rivers' experience with star-laden rosters, he said, quote, "I resist thinking that you can't coach players. I have no problem holding them accountable. If you don't do it, you're not going to win." Brian, the pressure's on to get it done.
Burden of expectations. It's title or bust. Thanks, Allie. Allen finds Mitchell. Allen a screen from outside the arc. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Garland. Lillard outside. Lopez, the screen. Lillard can't get it to go. Cleveland has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Allen outside. Back to Mitchell. Allen with a screen on Trent. From deep, Mitchell connects from downtown. Mitchell's got 5.
Well, Donovan Mitchell, a 3-level scorer, and fires away from deep with reckless abandon, folks.
Antetokounmpo against Mobley. Out to Lillard. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first. The Cavaliers lead by 5. And there's the lob. It was stolen by Lillard. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. And it's Lopez with the jam.
I mean, a big guy like Lopez won't stop for contact. He stays strong and powers through.
Pass to Mitchell. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first. Knocks down the long J.
And excellent perimeter offense so far. Their shooters are clearly in a great rhythm.
For 3, here's Lillard. The shot comes out. Garland to 3. Kept alive. Mobley out to Garland. Gets it off. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so the first quarter is in the books. The Cavaliers. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Cavs' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. And it's Okoro in at the small forward position. That's the group for Cleveland, getting going in the second. Knocks down the triple. Grant, nothing quite like the first game of a brand new season. So many possibilities.
Well, you know, BA, for the players, you're excited and relieved at the same time. You get to see all the hard work you put in during the offseason pay off.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Garland. To the inside. A big-time flush by Giannis.
Just keeping the game simple. Lillard's patience and acute understanding of pick and rolls comes in handy.
Okoro outside. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Garland for 3. Again, Garland missing.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
And he lobs it up. Oh, Giannis picking it out of the sky.
Throw it up to the rim and let Giannis hammer it home. Never a bad idea.
Well, Grant from roster to... Oh, wow!
Did he just do that?
With authority.
Wow. And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure. Lillard can't get it to go. The Cavaliers lead by 5. Garland with the ball. He's picked up by Lillard. Back to Mitchell. Outside Garland. Soft touch off the glass. Garland's got 7 points.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Lillard with the ball. 5 points in the game. Trent finds Prince. The rebound by Allen. The Cavaliers have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Well, this guy has got tremendous length and hops. Jared Allen makes it easy.
Lillard against Garland. Pass to Prince. And pushing it up. Here's Cleveland. Oh, leaving no doubt on the break. Mitchell.
This is intelligent basketball. Forcing a turnover and then immediately starting the fast break.
Trent, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Count that bucket. Antetokounmpo has got 6 in the quarter.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
Now Garland. That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. And these days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written. Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive, no question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
Oh, nice shot by Mitchell.
Boy, if you let Donovan Mitchell get comfortable shooting the basketball, you're in for a tough night. That's an easy catch and shoot.
Lillard against Garland. Pass to Lopez. A minute 9 left in the first half. Ooh, had a nice open look right there. Prince has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And it's Garland on the drive. It's good. And the Cavaliers lead by 8.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
Here's Lillard. Oh, tough shot, Lillard.
Inside, Lillard can deliver. He's a skilled finisher.
On the wing, Mitchell, guarded by Trent. Okoro outside. Back to Mitchell. This one for 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got his 4th rebound in this one. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers. And you look at what they've accomplished this year on the road. 30 wins and counting.
Yeah, they're reaching those historical numbers reserved only for the greatest teams in NBA lore. The types of rosters filled with talent, experience, desire, all built to win championships. I think you can say the same thing about this team.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Okay, Ali, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the 3rd quarter.
And a look here now at the Bucks. You really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason. Yeah, you have big...
And now, guys, it's time to talk about that challenging first half for the Bucks.
They're not showing enough fight to fit.
And that's a wrap on.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. We've seen Donovan Mitchell really having a great game.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
On the floor for Milwaukee, we've got Jackson Green out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Kevin Porter, and it's Sims in at center. Back to Strus. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And Sam Merrill picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
Here's Green. Jackson on the wing. Thompson knocks it away.
That's where Thompson's length comes into play. You think you can sneak a shot over him, but he'll swat it right back at you.
Outside, Green. To the middle. Stolen by Strus. And now the Cavaliers on the break. Here's Hunter. Outside Strus. It's Merrill on the wing. Buries it from 3. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
6 to shoot. Back to Strus. Great D that time from Porter.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Merrill outside. Back to Jerome. puts up a deep three. The long-distance three is buried. Merrill's got 6 here in the quarter.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Porter in the post. Portis outside. Outside, Green. The three-pointer off the mark.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Jerome on the wing. And it's out of bounds to Cleveland.
Cleveland ball.
And a chance now to look at the highest scoring teams in the league from last season. The 4th spot held by the Bucks.
And last year, I liked watching this team operate on the offensive end. The ball movement, the patience, the confidence. You love seeing all that come together.
Here's Merrill. And the Cavaliers, another three.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Porter, the pass to Jackson. Outside for Green. Launches it. The Cavaliers pull it in.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that
It's Merrill on the wing. He's got 9.
one. Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Jackson with it. And it's Hunter picking him up. Jackson can't get it to go.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Merrill passes to Strus. Back to Merrill. There's the three. Sinks the tray. Merrill's got 12 now in this quarter.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Merrill outside. Back to Jerome. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Jerome's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Cavaliers foul. Ty Jerome. His first. Second team foul.
There's Jackson with the three. Drains the triple. Jackson's got 5.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
Here's Merrill, and he dunks it down.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Portis, the pass to Jackson. Fires the three, and the Bucks hit again from deep.
Their three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. They set the pick. Pass to Merrill. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
His first.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Cleveland shooting their first free throws of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Trent's shot is off.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
Good if it goes. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. They're getting quality looks, and that's... And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. They've got Thompson. Max Strus is out there with DeAndre Hunter. Then there's Sam Merrill, and it's Jerome in at the point. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
And the whistle blows, and it's going to be over the back here.
At least the over-the-back call comes from playing hard, but you'd like to see him get better position.
They like to fly in at the last moment rather than establish position early.
And the Cavaliers going with a whole new group out there. Outside Garland. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. And the Cavaliers lead by 17. Here's Milwaukee. Here's Trent. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Garland finds Allen. Mitchell, a screen on Prince. Outside Mitchell. Puts up a 3. They grab their own miss. Controls the rebound and the putback.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. And another miss by Milwaukee.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Here's Mitchell. Prince grabs the miss. Bucks trail by 19. Here's Lillard. Out left to the wing. It's stolen by Garland. Outside Mitchell. Pulls up for 3. And is now 6 for 11 after that one. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
Here's Trent. And it's good for 2.
Well, Trent Jr. has a reputation of being a shooter, but don't sleep on his athletic ability and skill. Nice finish inside.
Turnaround Jay. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Trent against Allen. Outside Garland. All right, Grant, do you feel that non-superstars are making the money they should?
Well, BA, it's a topic in every CBA negotiation. But I think we're trending in the right direction. But it seems like there's always more work to be done.
And the basket by Antetokounmpo.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Garland, the pass to Mobley. Fires from deep. Garland, no good.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Cavaliers.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And that one drops for them. And so Garland will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Pass to Mitchell. Back to Garland. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Outside Garland. Shot clock at 6. From behind the arc. Outside for Mitchell. Garland, the pass to Mitchell.
That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
For 3, here's Lillard. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Garland against Lillard. Now Garland. And so it's the Cavaliers taking care of business in this one. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence.
Brand a fresh season. NBA basketball. How excited are you?
Oh man, Kevin, on a scale of 1 to 10, can I go 20? I mean, we've been waiting for these games to start for months. The offseason seems endless, and there's always drama about player movement, who's going where, and expectation, but nothing better than getting that ball thrown up. And let's see these guys go at it.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Robinson is out there with Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Anunoby in at the shooting guard position. Here's Merrill, defended by Bridges. Mitchell against Anunoby. Back to Merrill. Shoots over Bridges. Merrill can't hit.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Offensive rebound. Here's Robinson. Pass to Hart. The three. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. And a record-setting season continues for them. Now up over 30 road wins.
And well, you're talking maybe only 15 times in the history of the NBA has a team cleared 30 road wins in a single season. And in that group, a lot of teams that went on to win the championship. I think a lot of people would say this team is the favorite to go all the way.
And here is Bridges. Following the three-pointer by Donovan Mitchell. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And that's just too easy. Bridges in there slamming it down.
For the New York Knicks, they won their last contest against Brooklyn. Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year, taking his game to another level.
Bridges dishes to Towns. From outside the arc, Jared Allen grabs the miss. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far. For 3, Mitchell. The putback. Robinson pulls it in. New York's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Hart, no good. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Cleveland. Pass to Merrill. There's the triple. Carries it from three-point range. Merrill's got 5 points so far.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Bridges. Shoots over Merrill. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Looking at the Knicks, they took the win in their last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
The drive by Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
Here's Bridges. There's a good screen. Anunoby outside. To the middle. Here's Hart. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, the paint is where Hart does a lot of damage. He'll finish in there at close range.
Merrill passes to Mitchell. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Merrill finds Okoro. Back to Merrill. Shot clock at 5. From outside, off the mark. Knicks trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Mikal really showing a nice confidence in that shot right there as his shooting percentages are trending up.
Here's Merrill. He's got 5. Here's Okoro. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
And oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. Pass to Allen. 26 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Merrill, defended by Bridges. Another three for Cleveland.
That basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Up top, Hart. Hart with the screen for Bridges. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Near the three-point line, it's Mitchell. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers bringing the quarter to a close. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Cavaliers?
They look to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. The wing set for him, Mitchell and Okoro. And it's Merrill in at the one. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. For three, Mitchell. Rebounded by Hart.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
You know, Brent, Josh Hart has been a contributor at the many stops in his NBA career.
Sometimes you have to wait to find your home, Kevin. That's been the case for Josh, but he has always contributed to winning. And now he's locked into this role where he is flourishing. This guy has all the tools to go out there and do little things every night that help your team be in a position to win games.
Pass to Robinson. Mobley against Towns. Hart wide open. He fires. Hits it from three-point range. Hart's got 5.
Hart just whipping it away quickly, not giving the defender time to close out.
Merrill passes to Allen. And a miss there on the triple. Knicks trail by 4. Hart with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Bridges right side. And the Knicks good for 2.
More signs of Bridges' hard work in the offseason paying off in his jump shot.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game. For 3, Mitchell.
And you might want to think about working it inside more. The threes were falling earlier, but that's changed here in the second.
Right side Towns. Here's Robinson. The second chance effort. And the layup is good. Robinson's got his first bucket of the night.
Not a coach in the league would be displeased with that kind of energy and effort that Mitchell Robinson showed there.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Robinson passes to Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
You got to clog up those lanes. Mitchell just explodes to the rim when he gets to that launching pad.
Hart kicks to Bridges. And the shot no good, a bit short. Last game for the Cavaliers, it was a loss to Indiana. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
Taking 2 shots. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. The drive by Mitchell. Over in the corner, Allen. No good on the triple. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. They trail by 3. And Anunoby slams it in.
With a little zest that time, Anunoby unleashing that athleticism at the rim.
Here's Merrill, defended by Bridges. Allen, a screen on Hart. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Outside, Towns. Back to Bridges. And there's the call on Evan Mobley. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Bridges outside. Clock at 6. This one for 3. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Spruce a screen on Anunoby. Jerome. The layup off target.
Well, he had a wide open shot, but instead he tried to do a crowd-pleasing circus act there, and as much as I like juggling, that's not effective.
So that'll be it for the first half. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Well, I think for the Knicks, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone. Now let's talk about our featured game. Guys, Donovan Mitchell was the star of that first half.
I like that he's not settling.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. P.J. Tucker is out there with Achua. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Beauchamp in at the 2-guard spot. Knicks trail by 3. Pass to Hukporti. Back to Tucker. Here's Beauchamp for the tie. No good on that one. Here's Jerome, defended by McBride. Here's Green, rebounded by Beauchamp.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
Achua with it, guarded by Hunter. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Here's Beauchamp, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Assisted by
Beauchamp's got 4 this quarter. And so it's Cleveland with it. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Here's Jerome. A three-pointer, no good. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. McBride passes to Achua. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
team foul.
Here's McBride. Lays it up off the glass. McBride's got the lead up to 3 now for the Knicks.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Here's Jerome. Defended by McBride. Jerome passes to Strus. Good on the three-point shot. Strus has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
Here's McBride. And it's Strus with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And the shot goes in.
Good move for Hunter to get to the inside, and he just navigated the defense well.
And DeAndre Hunter is a plug-and-play type of wing. Brent, he can fit in anywhere.
Yeah, really good at spacing the floor and getting better at creating for himself, Kevin. And defensively, he's a solid on-ball defender that can switch up to multiple positions. Who in the league isn't looking for a talent like that?
Here's Jerome. Hasn't made one yet. And it's Green missing. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Now McBride. Pass to Beauchamp. 5 on the clock. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Beauchamp's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Bobbed up there for Thompson. 1:03 left to play here in the third. Launches a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Now it's a 5-point Knicks lead. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for New York?
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. And Cleveland making a change here. Garland's checked in. Cleveland's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, Garland's able to work around the defense that time. Pretty agile from the small guard.
McBride with the ball. Takes a 3. Thompson with the rebound.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Garland.
The defense looked a little bit confused on that play as Garland moved nicely.
Here's McBride, and the last-second attempt doesn't fall. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Knicks lead. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter, what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Tristan Thompson, DeAndre Hunter out there with Max Strus. Then there's Garland, and it's Jerome in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Here's Towns. Thompson with the rebound.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Mitchell against Anunoby. Mitchell right side. Arrow on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Going inside. Basket counts.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Bridges. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Bridges showing more and more signs of strength, being able to finish through contact.
And Bridges no good on that one. Mitchell with it. He's picked up by Anunoby. Allen, that's good. And guys, here in the 4th quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Bridges. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Allen's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Mitchell finds Merrill. Into the lane. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his 3rd assist on the night. Bridges outside. Anunoby with the screen for Bridges. And he lays it straight in. Bridges has got 4 points in the quarter.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
And just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Hart kicks to Bridges. Bridges missing again.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Took him no time at all on that one. Merrill's got the lead up to 7 now for the Cavs.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Bridges outside. Kevin Mobley with the rebound. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. It's stolen. Hart with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. 3-pointer. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Hart.
Hart does a little bit of everything on the offensive end. He creates, he can score. This time knocks down the 3.
Second team foul.
Here's Mitchell. 3 from the inbound.
One of the most versatile defenders in the game, OG Anunoby.
Bucket is good. Now just a 2-point Cavalier lead.
Lots of experience from Anunoby. These moments don't make his palms sweat.
Here's Merrill. And Bridges with the block. Mitchell against Anunoby. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
Donovan Mitchell taking 2 shots.
I think when it comes to some...
The play is under video review under NBA rules.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Towns finds Robinson to take the lead. And And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. There's 1:17 left to play in the final quarter. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. And that'll be his third foul so far. .112 left in the game. To the left wing. Back to Merrill. Mobley is screen on Bridges. Here's Merrill. Misses the layup. New York's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Anunoby with the screen for Holmes. Mitchell against Anunoby. Shot clock at 6. To tie it up.
Mobley is one of the best defenders in the NBA. When he's not blocking shots, he's altering.
And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie Bar will do it.
Mitchell passes to Merrill. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
That is world class.
I've seen that there. Huge possession, and he nets it.
Bridges deciding where to go with it. From deep. Yes! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
3 ball is what makes Anunoby such a threat on offense.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
It's the first that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 3-point game.
Well, important there to have the 3-point lead because only a 3 can tie it up now.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
Here's Anunoby. Off target from downtown. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers pulling it out. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the
Great to be here with you, Clark.
Always great to be with you as well, B.A. And this is perhaps my favorite night of the year when you talk about the NBA opening night. So much excitement, so much anticipation, and we know the rest of the season will deliver.
Now, New York starting 5. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Robinson in at the 5. Here's Trent. The shot that time not on target. Hart with the defensive effort. Towns for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. They're a team with momentum in the midst of an 8-game winning streak.
Just playing really solid basketball right now. They're trusting each other more out there and attacking as a group. They're a fist, not individual fingers, which has made them tough to beat.
And it's Towns with the power finish.
Boy, look at the big fella elevating. When Towns goes to the rim, he's doing it on and with purpose.
Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
So dangerous off the pick and roll. Lillard only needs a little bit of room.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers, and he said when you watch film on Karl Anthony Towns, his size is impressive, but when you're actually standing next to him, he looks a whole lot bigger. And he knows how to use that size on the blocks and on the perimeter, which makes him an especially tough cover. Brian?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Hart. Fast break. New York takes a 3. That's good from Bridges on the assist by Towns.
Oh, productive from back there. Bridges showing the range.
Lillard outside. Driving in. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Well, Clark, Lillard's scoring isn't what it once was, but he's still a major threat from outside.
He sure is. I tell you what, he's got such great range and such command of the ball and his body. He can get the shot he wants more times than not. And he's actually gotten better, I think, when he's working off the ball. You still have to be very much aware of where Damian Lillard is when he's on the court.
First team foul.
Outside Anunoby. Towns a screen on Trent. Here's Anunoby. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. From deep three-point range, and Trent gets the 3.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time, right in the shooting pocket.
The shot inside. Towns gets the bucket. Towns has got his second basket of the night.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Lillard. Here's Antetokounmpo. That's no good. Couldn't get his first one to go.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Outside Anunoby. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
The Bucks trail. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. Doesn't go for him. Nice D from Bridges. Fast break, New York. Hart from long range. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. And so it's Lillard who brings up the ball for Milwaukee. From the wing. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Bridges. Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. Back to Lillard. Over Bridges. And another miss by Milwaukee.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Nice move. On the take. Rejected by Antetokounmpo. Lillard with the ball. Towns covering. Lopez, the screen, and the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
And he sinks the second. Well, Clark, we all continue to be amazed by Giannis. What do you like most about his game?
I just think his passion and energy and relentless effort, he gives it to you every time he steps between the line. You get the sense he's not taking any plays off, and he's trying his very best, and that's an endearing quality and something I've really admired about his game throughout his career.
And it's in there. Lillard's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Towns passes to Hart. Towns a screen on Prince. Hart from long range. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Here's Prince. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Outside Anunoby. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Knicks. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Lillard and Trent Jr. are the guards. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. And it's Prince in at the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Now here's Bridges. Robinson, a screen on Lillard. Down low. Lopez with the steal. Goes up from the top of the key. Again, Milwaukee.
Boy, Lillard focus and intensity, top shelf tonight. What a performance.
And a big finish by Robinson.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh?
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom.
And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Stolen by Bridges.
Overall, though, I think they've taken good care of the basketball. That's their first turnover.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Well, Clark, this Bucks roster is loaded with veteran talent, but their window for another run won't last long.
No, those windows don't last forever, especially with so many young teams around the league on the ascent. The Bucks may want to take a page from them and give some of their younger players a chance to grow and contribute. Hey, certain guys just exude that it factor. Damian Lillard is a great player and a terrific leader.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Damian Lillard last season becoming the 51st NBA player ever to cross the 20,000-point threshold and the 17th fastest to ever do it. He said it's a great accomplishment and a rare space to be in. I'm like, man, I might be able to get 27 or 28,000 if I can stay healthy. Ryan, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, me either. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Trent. Screen by Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. Prince, the pass to Lillard. No good from outside.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
Back to Robinson. Pass to Anunoby. The 3. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
The Bucks trail by 5. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Bridges. Here's Lillard. And another miss by Milwaukee. The Knicks have gotten off to a perfect 4 for 4 start of the second. Towns can't get it to go.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Lillard against Bridges. Foul on Josh Hart. That's foul number 2 for him.
Picking up his second foul here, has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
Here's Lillard. 14 points for him. Trent from long range. And the elite bigs today can score posting and facing up, Clark. Can all those options make it hard to decide which way to attack?
Well, I agree with you there, and I think it's a good problem to have, quite honestly, B.A. I mean, that's also, I think, where coaching and analytics comes into play, trying to keep track of what approach is going to work best for you.
Here's Lillard. The Knicks making their last shot. Trent outside. They need this. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And New York has possession. After the Bucks picking up a basket just moments ago. 5 to shoot. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here.
That's a jump ball.
Here's Lillard. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 4 rebounds now. It's stolen by Trent. Pass to Lopez. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's New York with a rebound. Robinson's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Hart passes to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride and makes it look easy.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 14. And the Bucks miss again.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Hart against Prince. Hart passes to Robinson. Outside Hart. Robinson, a screen on Prince. 3 on the clock. Hart finds Robinson. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. And now a 9-point New York lead.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Bridges outside. The 3 ball. That shot off. That'll do it for the first half. New York out in front, up 9. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
28.
Thanks so.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Attention to center court and get ready for the half.
Thanks for tuning in.
It's not a huge deficit on the boards, but enough to where they're giving away possessions, and that adds up, guys. Yeah, if they're playing a comeback.
And guys, let's take them. And that's a wrap on halftime.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Wow, Damian Lillard really having a great game.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And on the floor for Tom Thibodeau as we get into the second half. They've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Precious Achiuwa. And it's Porty in at center. Now here's Tucker. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by Portis. Bucks trail by 9. Here's Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
With his vert, Porter Jr. has no issues getting to the rim.
And Clark, Bobby Portis has really become a fan favorite around the league.
He sure has. He's one of my favorites. I mean, everybody loves Bobby Buckets, and I think it's because he's got a blue-collar style and mentality. He's not a guy that was super highly touted coming into the league, and he brings great energy, passion, and tenacity, and he produces.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
Outside for Green. Tries again. And he lays it up and in. Green's got his first 2 points of the night.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Outside McBride. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on Bobby Portis.
Man, good whistle there.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Here's Sims. He's scoreless. Outside for Green. Outside Porter. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And right here, the 2K leaderboard shows us which teams made the most of their second chance opportunities last year. Second, New York.
This is a hustle stat. This team pounded the offensive glass, and it shows in their numbers from last year.
Tucker up top, poked loose. Achua passes to Beauchamp. Porter pulls it in.
Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
Jackson for three. That one no good. Knicks leading by 7. Here's Beauchamp. Nifty move. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
And, you know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
Portis outside. Achua with some nice D.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left in the third quarter. Lets it go from deep. And it's Beauchamp missing. The Bucks trail by 9. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Porter looks it over. Pass to Portis. Outside, Green. Hits the trifecta. Green's got 5 points now this quarter.
Smart pass by Porter, showing the ability to make good decisions with the ball.
McBride passes to Achua. There's a minute 17 left to play in the third. Outside McBride. From downtown. Here's Porty. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 8.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Jackson finds Porter. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. And then Porter with the dunk.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Beauchamp. Oh, wow!
Oh, watch out below.
Big finish. And that one is stuffed right through.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
And, guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. That free throw good from Portis.
An obvious fan favorite. It's all about hard work with Bobby Portis. That's how he proved himself in this league and how he makes a difference night after night.
Pass to McBride. Into the lane. Rejected by Lopez. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lopez.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Bridges. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. The third quarter comes to a close. New York out in front. They're up by 5. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Lillard and Trent Jr. are the guards. Bobby Portis out there with Brook Lopez. And it's Prince in at the 3. That's the group from Milwaukee right now. It's Prince on the wing. Takes the 3. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Bridges. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Knicks lead by 7.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
Trent right side. The 3. And the three-pointer goes.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Bridges passes to Hart. Lillard against Bridges. From deep three-point land. Again, the miss by Bridges.
You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Lillard against Bridges. A nice shot by Lillard.
Their offense trying to find its way back to respectability. Let's see if they can keep building on this.
Anunoby against Trent. Robinson, a screen on Trent. Anunoby passes to Robinson. And there it is for him.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 4-point game. And Anunoby pulls it down. For New York, they've gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Back to Bridges. 6 to shoot. Here's Robinson. And that one's long.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
Deflects the pass. Stolen by Bridges. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense. You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
Right now, Towns is putting on a show. It's up to the defense to try to figure out how to slow him down.
Bridges against Lillard. Pass to Trent. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Portis. And the Bucks miss again. No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot.
Robinson passes to Hart. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Bucks trail by 8. Trent's down low. He's covered by Hart. Trent outside. To snap the cold streak. That shot off the mark. Oh, nice D from Anunoby. New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Anunoby a screen on Lillard for 3. Bridges up again. Great positioning on the putback. And it's a 10-point New York lead.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Anunoby passes to Robinson. Anunoby against Trent. And the foul on Gary Trent. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Anunoby, a screen on Lillard. Three-pointer, Bridges knocks down the triple. And the Knicks lead by 11. So New York wins it. Boy, a nice win on the... Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Keller.
the starting lineup. Up for the visitor. In Cleveland Cavaliers. Good Friday night to you. Just a quick. Look now at how the point totals have looked over the last several months for Darius Garland.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. They've got Max Strus, Sam Merrill out there with Darius Garland. Then it's Mitchell, and it's Allen in at the 5 spot. And for the Bucks, the post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. The guard and off guard are Lillard and Trent. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Hitting that shot helps loosen the driving lanes a little, and we know Mitchell only needs a crack of daylight.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
And the Cavaliers with possession here, following the bucket by the Bucks. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Mitchell. Merrill passes to Strus. For the 3, another 3 for Cleveland.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And it's the Bucks ball. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
You can feel the energy in the air around this team. They know they are on a roll, and they are committed to keeping it going as long as they can.
Prince wide open. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Cleveland's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. For 3, Mitchell. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
That's cash. Mitchell is a volume 3-point shooter for a reason now.
We'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Doc Rivers. What's the news, David?
Now, he feels like Darius Garland is the key to that offense. Coach said not many people can stay in front of Garland one-on-one. He's so shifty. So the rotations defensively have to be decisive and quick. And at the other end, we want to force him to work defensively. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Mitchell, following the score by Damian Lillard. Mitchell outside. There's the pick. The 3. That one's not going to go. Bucks trail by 3. One of the most explosive scorers in the NBA, the great Donovan Mitchell.
Well, I think what makes his offensive game so elite is that he is a very strong and physical guard. He's improved his pick-and-roll game, and he's improved his distance from three. So the space that he has to work from is so impressive. Think D-Wade with a better jumper.
And so it's Trent with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
And they have to clean that up. Play smart and value the ball.
Here's Merrill after the basket by Milwaukee. Pass to Mitchell. Fires for three. Again, Mitchell missing. Bucks have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Here's Lillard. Got it. Good job in the low post. Lillard's got 6 points.
Aggressive move by Lillard, attacking the heart of that defense.
From beyond the arc, Allen's shot is off. Milwaukee in the lead. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
Evan Mobley's checked in for the Cavaliers. Garland the pass to Merrill. Knocks down the three ball. Merrill's got his second basket of the night.
Defensively, you have to put lots of focus on Garland, so that opens up things for others to get their shine.
And Lillard gets it to go.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
Cleveland's gone 4 of 8 on their three-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside here in the first quarter. Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 6. Pass to Merrill. Cavaliers moving the ball around. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And it's Mitchell missing. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Bucks lead by 1. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Milwaukee?
Oh, boy, they've been driving deep into that defense early on, and it's paid off. Great penetration from the perimeter so far.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
So on the floor for Cleveland, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Darius Garland is out there with Sam Merrill, and it's Mitchell in at the 3. And he's good on the second. Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
Here is Lillard after Darius Garland getting his shot to go from deep. That's no good, but just his first miss in 5 shots. Mitchell with it, and it's Trent picking him up. Mitchell against Prince. Nobody near Allen. And it's off from three-point range. Lillard dishes to Prince. Pass to Lopez. Here's Giannis. Back to Lopez. Kicks it out to Prince. That's the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Cleveland, and a record-setting season continues for them. Now up over 30 road wins.
And well, you're talking maybe only 15 times in the history of the NBA has a team cleared 30 road wins in a single season. And in that group, a lot of teams that went on to win the championship. I think a lot of people would say this team is the favorite to go all the way.
Stolen by Mitchell, and they're pushing it up. There's the 3. Mobley on the follow. Mobley's got his first points of the night.
Good thing Mobley was right there, ready to get involved and save the play.
Giannis with it. Now defended by Mitchell. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in. I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. Merrill can't hit.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
For Cleveland, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. They get the rebound. At the top of the key, Mitchell. Back to Merrill. And here's Garland for 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound in this one.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Lillard. Lets it go from the wing. Trent passes to Giannis. Here is Lillard with some arc. Now that the new season is tipped off, Richard, how important is it to get things off to a good start?
I'd say it's fairly important, but this is a long season, Kevin. It's about sustaining a high level of play consistently.
Merrill passes to Garland. Back to Merrill. Allen kicks to Mitchell. And he's good on the 3-ball. Mitchell's got 9.
Nice start for him beyond the arc. He's already hit 3 triples, and I'm pretty sure there's more to come.
Prince against Mitchell. Prince, the pass to Antetokounmpo. 52 seconds left in the first half. And there it is for him. Lillard's got the game tied up here for Milwaukee.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
To Mitchell for 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland. 12 points for him.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Kicks it out to Prince. Lopez, a screen on Mitchell. Prince, the pass to Lopez. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Lopez has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Garland with the screen for Mitchell. And it's sent back by Lopez.
And we have seen Lopez really improve his shot blocking. Adept at using that length to alter shots.
Mobley a screen. Got it off in time. No good on the last second attempt there. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball right after this.
And a look here now at the Bucks. You really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have.
And moving on to the Cavaliers' first half. It's a close one through 2 quarters.
One thing I'll say, they've been poised with the ball. Keep turnovers down.
And that about wraps it.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
They've got Porter. Green is out there with Bobby Portis. And there's Jackson, and it's Sims in at the center position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball after the basket by Milwaukee. Okoro passes to Jerome. They set the pick. And Okoro throws it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And there's the call on Kevin Porter. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Jerome. Takes it off the glass.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Now here's Porter. Jacks up a three. Thompson with the rebound. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Jerome passes to Hunter. Strus with it, takes the three. That one doesn't go. So, Richard, when you look at Max Strus, what does he provide for this team?
For one, he's battle-tested, Kevin. He's a fearless shooter, and he's a guy that can get on a roll and hit clutch shots.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Jerome. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jerome's got 5 now.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
Jackson misses.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
Lobbed up there for Thompson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, great lob to Thompson. Feed that big man.
Outside Jackson. Over in the corner, Green. 6 to shoot. Porter sets the pick for Porter. Driving the lane and finished off by Porter.
When he's gone, KPJ is a deadly offensive player. Can beat you in so many ways, including off the bounce.
Here's Jerome. He has 5. No good there. And here's Jackson. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And stolen by Hunter. 3 on 3. They get a hand on it. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Bucks are still trying to perfect their chemistry. Bobby Portis says things take time. You've got to keep continuing to build it. There's another level Dame and Giannis can get to. Just making it clockwork. Them continuing to get better at it opens the floor for everyone else on the court. Kevin?
Well, David, with those two guys, Dame and Giannis, it opens the floor up a lot. Hey, thanks for the report. Here's Porter, following the score by Cleveland. 1:25 left in the third. Sweet little floater. Porter's got 4 this quarter.
Defenses try to test Porter's physicality, but he's adjusted well to it.
Now, here's Okoro. He's covered closely. Hunter on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Okoro. Over Jackson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
This is what Thompson does best. His aggressiveness on the boards is what makes him a valuable player.
Outside Portis. The kick out to Porter. Pass to Green. Back to Porter. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Okoro finds Hunter. Off target with his 3. Bucks trail by 5. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it.
What is going on right now?
Cleveland's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Pass to Merrill. Lets it go from deep. The Cavaliers again can't hit. 1 second left. No good on that one. The third quarter comes to a close. Cleveland ahead, up 5. And we're coming back in. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Max Strus is out there with Jared Allen. Then it's Sam Merrill. Then it's Darius Garland. And it's Mitchell in at the small forward. Nobody near Lillard. Rebound by Mitchell.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Garland against Lillard. Now Merrill. Mitchell outside. Shot from the wing. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
That's a 2 from Lillard, and it's Strus with the rebound. Cleveland leading by 10. Pass to Garland. There's the pick. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Cleveland. Richard, we know how hard the game is to play. But I think we also know how hard the game is to officiate.
I agree, Kevin. I think the one thing about basketball is that it's constant movement. There are plays happening all around the referees. It's not like football where every 45 seconds you run another play. In 45 seconds, you could have had a different 5 or 6 possessions. That puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the referees.
Here's Lillard. It's tipped. Tries to keep it alive. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got to get out.
And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, they're starting to go in the wrong direction in terms of turnovers. It's slowly becoming a problem.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. RG, what have you noticed about the young players that enter the NBA today?
Unfortunately, the NBA is now tasked with teaching players how to play basketball. The NBA wasn't a teaching league 20 years ago. Now it is. A lot of players are spending their first, second, and even third year learning how to play basketball. That was not always the case. They used to go to college and play for Hall of Fame coaches for 4 years.
And here's Garland for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, despite some uneven shooting for him, they're still out in front.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
And here's Cleveland. They've scored 10 straight. Here's Allen. Pass to Strus. And a great assist by Allen as that one goes in. Allen's got 3 assists in the game. Allen against Lillard. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball.
On the wing, covered by Lillard. Bucks trail by 18. Gets that one through the hole, making now 7 of 13 in this game.
And with that basket, he puts a stop to the 13-0 run there by Cleveland.
The wide open shot from Strus. Off target from outside. Milwaukee's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Cleveland.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Donovan Mitchell.
I think people could learn a lot from how versatile he was in this one. Whatever the situation was, he found a way to be a difference maker.
And I like the work Lillard's put into his defense the past few seasons. He may not be a stopper, but he's improved immensely at that end of the floor.
Allen for three. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist. And the Cavaliers lead by 18.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
And here's Garland for three. Rebound, Milwaukee. Lillard with it. Right side, out of Kumbo. Shoots it. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
There's so little ego in Giannis's game. It's not about him out there. He wants to make the game easier for his teammates.
Mitchell outside. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock, and the shot is good.
Donovan Mitchell.
Lillard against Garland. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David.
Doris. It feels like the league is in a great place.
There is no doubt, BA, absolutely. To me, more talent in the league right now than potentially we've ever had before. And I don't just mean star talent. There's a depth of quality skill across the board. We know the shooting has revolutionized the game. It's going to be a fun year.
I'll look at Cleveland's opening lineup. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Mitchell on the wing with Strus. And it's Merrill in at the 1 spot. Now here's Mitchell. Knocks it down from distance.
Donovan Mitchell will answer with his own 3. This guy has got a ton of pride and competitiveness.
Bridges outside. Got a hand on it. Allen against Robinson. And Allen gets it to go on the assist by Mitchell.
And Allen is a problem from right there. This guy's so good at using his body and his touch.
Oh, you look at Evan Mobley, Doris. So agile for his size.
This is a young man, Brian, with so much upside. Defensively, he can guard on the perimeter, slides his feet, keeps his balance, contests without fouling, and he's growing every repetition on the offensive end. I can't wait to see.
Oh! Get you some! Show us some power!
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Bridges passes to Anunoby. No good that time. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Merrill outside. Mobley up top. Mitchell, the pass to Merrill. 5 on the clock. Launches a 3. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. The Knicks have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Bridges passes to Towns. Anunoby with it. Out to Bridges. Towns taking his time here. Shoots over Mobley. The shot by Towns, no good.
1 for 5 out there, but no worries. Just keep attacking.
Merrill with it. He's against Bridges. There's a screen. Pass to Mobley. Back to Mitchell. Inside. Mobley, no good. Knicks trail by 4. Down low. That's tipped. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Cavaliers. And Allie LaForce spoke with Tom Thibodeau. Allie.
We discussed how he wants his team to approach their matchup with Evan Mobley, and Coach said, we need to make him a jump shooter. Mobley is most effective around the rim. He's still developing his jump shot, and we need to take advantage of that. There should be a lot of resistance in the paint from his defense, BA.
Thank you for that, Allie.
Well, why did Donovan Mitchell win the dunk contest? Case in point right there.
And the basket by Bridges. Bridges has got 5.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City. Playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
He has not missed a shot in this quarter. They've tried running different things in him, but he's been unstoppable.
Mobley with the block.
That's about reach, folks. The length, the athleticism, the timing of Evan Mobley.
The ball's knocked loose.
We all know he's a good shooter. But from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Here's Anunoby. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
The vertical emoji and Anunoby. Go ahead, sir. Finish with authority.
Here's Okoro. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
They're really working the paint now.
Now here's Bridges. Defense is right there. That one goes. Count it.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot. Hot.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The three from Mitchell. The Knicks with the rebound. Now here's Anunoby. Towns passes to Anunoby. Driving inside, and he jams it home with authority.
Oh, give it to him at the rim, OG Anunoby. That's power, athleticism, beautifully done.
Merrill outside. The three from Okoro. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. Just a big-time effort for Donovan Mitchell. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1/4 of action so far. And what stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
They've got Josh Hart. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Anunoby in at the 2-guard spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Merrill outside, lets the three fly, and it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Anunoby. Okoro with the ball, and it's Anunoby picking him up. 4-3. Merrill, that's good. Merrill's got his second bucket on the night.
Well, Okoro is a team-first guy that wants to involve his teammates. Pretty pass there.
Bridges down low, covered by Merrill. They get it again. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns. And now let's glance at the league's most aggressive defensive teams from last year. The Knicks, second.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
And Doris, you talk about the bounciest big men in the association. Mitchell Robinson's on the short list.
Come on now, this guy is a game changer as a lob threat and rim protector. He's grown up so much in terms of avoiding foul trouble, and he's putting in the work on the offensive end. Mitchell Robinson is a big-time player.
Knicks trail by 7. Here's Bridges. He has 7 from the arc. And he gets it to go. 4 for 6 so far.
Well, we know Mikal Bridges can connect from distance. This guy has become a consistent threat from deep.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
The Cavaliers are having success. Point guard Darius Garland said, "We're building something here and we've come a long way. It feels amazing having our own legacy. We're just trying to keep it going. The whole city is behind us." And Brian, they know there's still work to do.
And they've got no problem with that, Allie. Thank you. Pass to Anunoby. Beyond the arc. And doesn't connect. That miss makes him 2 for 5. Okoro passes to Merrill. Back to Okoro. Here's Merrill. Now here's Mitchell. Clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. New York has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Boy, for a man his size, Towns does a sensational job running the floor.
And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Bridges. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Anunoby against Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. For 3, Allen. All right, Doris, you think this heliocentric style of play can lead to championship success?
Brian, this is such a big-time question, and I think a difficult one to answer. By heliocentric, we mean that the best player on your team is making up a greater percentage of the usage, meaning the ball is in their hands more. What that has led to are some of the most efficient offenses in the history of the game. But does it lead to championships? That is the answer to the question we all seek.
Merrill passes to Mitchell. The 3 is up. Oh, he drains the 3, and he'll go to the line for one more. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach is given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
People were worried that this would slow the action.
NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
Challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Never a shortage of star power in the stands at a Knicks game. A boogie with a hoodie here tonight.
It always adds to the atmosphere here in New York. Everybody's looking for the big-time celebrities that are here cheering on their Knicks.
And Doris, Cleveland looking to balance their roster, trying to make sure the pieces fit.
And that's been the concern, right, BA? Because there's been some positional overlap, particularly in the front court. And this is where roster construction truly matters in the league.
Robinson, outside Hart, stolen by Mitchell. Okoro passes to Merrill. Back to Okoro. Mobley against Towns. Mobley down low. And Mobley throws it down.
Oh, my goodness, the size and athleticism of Evan Mobley. What a sight to behold.
Bridges passes to Towns. Outside Hart. Pass to Anunoby. Let's go with a 3. And he can't get that one. Okoro, the defensive effort. Allen outside. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Nice creativity from the big man, Jared Allen. You've got moves upon moves.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And since we have a moment, here are last year's most efficient scorers around the league. The 4th spot held by Jared Allen.
So consistent from the floor. He shot it at a great clip last season.
Bridges right side. And it's Bridges with the chance.
The longer his career grows, the more you see Mikal Bridges put together these scoring outbursts.
Mitchell against Anunoby. Merrill outside. Back to Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. Mitchell at close range. Effortless.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Towns on a screen. Here's Bridges. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Guys, this young man does such a good job keeping his balance on the way up to the basket. Mikal Bridges solid at keeping his composure.
Now Merrill. Mitchell, a screen on Bridges. Here's Merrill. And the 3 off target. Not going to go that time. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers closing out this quarter with us. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, man.
All right, looking back now at that first half, a bit of a hill to climb for the New York Knicks.
Where's the intensity?
That's it for us.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. What a game we're seeing from Donovan Mitchell.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Setting the floor for the Cavaliers. DeAndre Hunter is out there with Tristan Thompson. Then it's Ty Jerome. Then it's Max Strus. And it's Garland in at the point guard position. And Thompson gets it to go.
Yeah, there are several ways that Thompson can be a factor on the offensive end, and he is still adding to that arsenal.
Here's Brunson. Brunson, so confident at the rim.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's Garland. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Cavaliers lead by 9.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And Grant, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
Here's Jerome. There's the drive. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Garland scanning the floor. From deep. And Beauchamp pulls it down.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Brian, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Jalen Brunson picks one up. First trip to the line for him here. Free throw good, Hunter. And both free throws good for Hunter.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Brunson with the bucket. Brunson's got 6.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
Pass to Jerome. McBride with it. And it's Hunter picking him up. It's stolen by Hunter. Jerome. And he goes in for the dunk.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And that one's good for Brunson.
That's a silky jump shot. Playing right over the top of the defense. Mr. Brunson, how good are you?
For 3.
2 minutes.
Out to Garland. All sorts of time. The Knicks pull it in.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Brunson finds Tucker. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
You know, sometimes it's about the tireless work ethic of Tucker because he's made himself into a solid shooter.
Garland, the pass to Strus. Strus with a screen on Brunson. Garland against Brunson. 6 to shoot. From deep, Strus deflected. And it's out of bounds to Cleveland. Long range from the inbound. McCourty grabs the board. Knicks trail by 6. Shoots from 12. And it's Beauchamp missing. Brunson against Hunter. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. New York has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's Brunson. The rebound by Garland. The Cavaliers lead by 8. Thompson right side. Back to Strus. Pass to Garland. 3-pointer. Sinks it from distance. Garland's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, I like the no hesitation. Darius Garland knows you have to be assertive in catch-and-shoot situations.
Brunson misses. The Cavaliers have gotten 5 of 10 shots to go. Garland, the pass to Jerome. Here's the pick. 3-pointer. Fires the 3. Garland, no good. Outside McBride. Here's Brunson outside. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will. And we take a listen in now to Tom Tip.
Keep the ball moving quick. Decision.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Jalen Brunson. He's out there with Miles McBride, and it's a 40 in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Now here's Anunoby, guarded by Okoro. Bridges passes to Towns. And it's all from 3-point range. Cleveland leading by 11. Allen outside. Merrill outside. Mitchell up top. Six on the shot clock. From outside the arc. Offensive rebound. Mobley up top. Here's Merrill. Hits a 3-pointer. And the Cavaliers lead by 14.
You have to show more effort defensively. Everyone knows he can do that from deep.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Here's Towns. And the shot goes in.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to stop Karl Anthony Towns when he's looking to score. He's got every trick at his arsenal.
Now here's Merrill. He's covered closely. Bridges with it. Guarded now by Mitchell. And the basket by Bridges.
Ooh, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Merrill passes to Mobley. And he banks in the layup.
Imposing inside. Mobley is just too much.
Bridges outside. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Well, Mikal Bridges says, don't sleep on my athleticism. Some big-time hops.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Merrill. Spins. Back to Mitchell. Here's Okoro. Merrill outside. 3-pointer off the mark. Trying to claw their way back into this.
And the best way to do that, minimize your mistakes and take good shots.
Anunoby for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Pass to Merrill. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Merrill. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Knicks trail by 7. And here's Anunoby. They set the screen. Here's Bridges, and it's Bridges with the jam.
Fearless, confident competitor. Bridges with the delivery.
Out to Mobley from deep. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got his 8th rebound here tonight. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
Back to Robinson. Bridges outside. Clock at 4. Towns a screen on Mitchell. 3-pointer, Bridges. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Okoro. Allen with it. Now Mitchell. Puts up a 3. Cleveland again missing.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
And the basket by Bridges.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives with these kinds of moments and delivers.
Stolen by Bridges. Here's the break. The finish. Whoa!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Pass to Mitchell to stop the drought. Oh, he buries it from outside.
There are guys who live for these moments. Donovan Mitchell in the house.
And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Boy, that's the last thing they need. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. What's the best strategy for him?
Ooh, tough choice here. You could foul quick and send them to the line, or you could rely on your defense to try to make a play.
36 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. Here's Mitchell. Here's Merrill. And it's good. And here's New York now.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
Oh, he nails it! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3.
That is big-time composure from Mikal Bridges. Backs against the wall. Got to have a bucket, and he delivers.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And so it's Cleveland winning this one. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. You know, you have 2 choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And now let's take a look at our
teams, Brent Perry, the fans are full of optimism.
Well, the seeds have been planted in the offseason, Kevin. What's about to bloom for these franchises as the year goes on? I mean, lots of movement around the league, but it's about the growth of your favorite team and watching these storylines play out as teams march towards the playoffs. A long ways away, but tonight's where it starts.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The guard and off guard are Lillard and Trent. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. And it's Prince in its small forward. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Here is Lillard. There's the drive. It's rebounded by Towns. Anunoby against Lopez. Bridges outside. Back to Anunoby. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Anunoby slams it in.
And you can see the length that time with OG stretching out to finish.
On offense, here are the Bucks. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
Watching this team operate at this elite level, firing on all cylinders. The way they're going right now, this winning streak could go on for some time. Yeah, a little bit surprising he hasn't connected on at least one of his 3 shots yet, but he's going to keep shooting.
So skilled working inside. Towns knows how to operate down low.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Lopez a screen on Hart. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. The Knicks pull it in. And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
Trent gets the bucket.
And off the schneid here, 1 of 5, but that's a big one.
The Bucks, they won their last contest, that game against Detroit. From deep, Brunson. A shot off that time. The Bucks have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And Lopez throws it down.
How about Lopez getting out as the big man with that kind of hustle in transition?
Brunson outside. Bridges sets the screen for Brunson. Hands it from downtown.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, Tom Thibodeau had a few minutes to share, and as you would expect, their focus on defense is Damian Lillard. He said Lillard's smart. He's seen every defensive look there is, so we can't get fancy. Our main thing is to be ready with help defenders inside. We can't allow him penetration. We're hoping to limit the damage he can do at the rim. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Bridges misses. The Bucks trail. From deep, Trent. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
And they had some boxed coverage that turned into no coverage.
Hard against Lopez. Now, here's Hart. Tight defense on him. Here's Anunoby. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's Prince. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Well, a good shooter and has some range. Taurean Prince welcoming all catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Here's Brunson, and it's Hart top of the key. 3-pointer. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Screen by Giannis. Trent with the wide open look. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
It's a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
Pass to Towns. And here's Brunson outside. Prince grabs the miss. The Bucks have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Trent kicks to Lopez. Back to Trent. Hard against Giannis. Teardrop shot. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist from Antetokounmpo.
Well, the defense sinking and filling the lane, but Lillard stops short and floats one over the top.
Towns a screen on Lillard. On deep, Brunson. And no good. Trent with it. 1/4 in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Bucks lead by 2. And the second. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
Jalen Brunson out there with Bridges. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for New York right now. Lillard finds Lopez. No good. Shot missing. Towns with the defensive effort. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. Trailing by 2. Pass to Towns. Towns is doubled. Some nice passing by New York here. Hart, wide open. He fires. No good with the triple. Prince, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight. The Knicks shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Out to Bridges. Anunoby has the open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Anunoby's got 5.
Anunoby showing some confidence, believing in the work he puts in.
Giannis outside. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. It's good. Giannis has got his first 2 points of the night. New York's gone 1 of 2 on 3 quarters here in the second quarter so far. Brunson. Pretty bucket inside by Brunson.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Here's Lillard. Bridges with the steal. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Brook Lopez started off, of course, as a post scorer. But he's completely reshaped his game over time, becoming a three-point threat and a defensive stopper. He said, I tried to focus more on being a pillar at the defensive end, someone my teammates can rely on. I'm always talking in the paint, letting them know I'm there to back them up. Kevin?
He's got great communication skills, David. Thanks for the report. The shot's good from Brunson.
That's his game. Brunson is dangerous from just about everywhere.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Brunson surveying the D. No good on the shot. Good D by Lopez.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
The Knicks have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Lopez with the block.
This defense gets a lot scarier when Lopez is blocking shots.
Giannis left side. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Kicks it out to Lillard. Stolen by Anunoby. And here we go. Towns heading to the hoop. And the shot goes in.
Yeah, an incredible offensive force. Towns showing that strength and touch off. This guy can do it all.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team, and it's not just because they're winning, it's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
Brunson against Lillard. Fires from the wing. And it's Brunson missing.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the lean is probably not the best option on that shot.
Here's Prince. That's short off the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And he makes that one. Anunoby's got the lead up to 6 now for New York.
Excellent focus from Anunoby. Wasn't going to let that bump get to his head.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
Defensive foul.
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love him.
Hey, Brent, Damian Lillard is as clutch as they come. He is fearless. Where do you think that comes from? Why is he so effective late in tight games?
Such a great question, Kevin, but for Damian Lillard, I think it boils down to one word, and that is confidence. I mean, he has legitimately the ultimate confidence in all the work that he puts in the offseason to be in these moments, to have the ball in his hands, and it's been proven time and time again that he can come through. It's why we see him tap his wrist, and it being Dame time. Those are some of the most memorable moments of his career.
Brunson against Lillard. Brunson outside. Towns a screen on Lillard. Outside, Towns. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's the Knicks up by 1. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Even before the game started, you could feel the energy in this arena, man. They fed off that. Big-time home court advantage.
And guys, now let's see. And that about wraps.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bucks. It's a one-point game. Setting the floor for the Bucks. They've got Porter. Green is out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Jackson, and it's Sims in at the 5 spot. Porter dishes to Green. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Here's McBride, guarded by Jackson. Pass to Achua. Here's Beauchamp. Clock at 6. There's a screen by Achua. And Beauchamp gets it to go. Beauchamp's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Knicks.
Knicks lead.
Portis sets the pick for Jackson. Launches it from deep. The rebound by McBride.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Porter kicks to Sims. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Robinson. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up. Pass to Tucker. New York moving it around. Baseline try. And again, it's New York.
Not wasting any time here. Kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
You know, Brent, when you talk about home court advantage, the Knicks have one of the best.
Well, New York is so electric, and just, I have memories, Kevin, of walking out on that court, and it just feeling different. So the Mecca is back, and when it's loud, it is delicious.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Robinson a screen on Green. Here's Beauchamp. He's got 5. Here's Robinson. It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks trail by 3. Pass to Green. Five to shoot. No good with the elbow jumper. For New York, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out. Here's Tucker. Great D that time from Green.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot off.
And McBride gets it to go.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Outside, Porter. Out to the right wing. Here's Sims. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. To the inside. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Beauchamp, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Now that's the way it's done. Take it up and throw it down with everything you got.
That's right. He was not going to take the soft approach on that drive.
Well, not that wide open. You're given a juicy gift by the defense. You got to sink your teeth into it.
And they pick up 2. Sims has got 4 points this quarter.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Milwaukee foul.
New York shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
Run for about a decade, the Bucks have virtually been a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, you think about Giannis being drafted in 2013, and absolutely nobody saw what was coming with him. He missed the playoffs in his first and his third year, and then all of a sudden, Giannis fully arrived. He's developed into a star, not just a star, but a superstar, and these guys have been contenders ever since.
Here's McBride, guarded by Porter. Bangs home the trifecta. Beauchamp's got the lead up to 7 now for the Knicks.
Now, once again, he's getting it rolling. His confidence is building, makes that shot almost impossible to stop.
There's Porter with the 3. He can't get that one. Now, here's Tucker. With 1 on the clock. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the New York Knicks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got Towns. Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Hart in at the 4. That's the 5 for New York right now. And so it's Prince with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. They trail by 7. Lillard against Brunson. Pass to Trent. Banked in off the glass. 10 points for Gary Trent Jr.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Brunson outside. Out to Bridges. Towns looking around. Shot clock at 5. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's Bridges. And it's blocked. And he keeps control of the ball. Trent outside. Lopez sets a screen for Trent. Pass to Lopez. Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 7 rebounds in the game. Brunson finds Anunoby. Towns a screen on Prince. Here's Anunoby. And Anunoby slams it in.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that than he wants.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Towns sets the pick for Brunson. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. On the wing, Bridges, covered by Lillard. Out to Brunson. It's Hart on the wing. From the arc. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Looking to get it going. And Lillard throws it down.
That's a tip of the cap there. Always wanting to take the big shot for his team. Lillard makes more than his fair share.
Brunson takes off. Bridges, no one around him. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Bridges got his first 3 points of the game.
He just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Antetokounmpo against Hart. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Brunson against Lillard. The 19-foot shot. Brunson, no good. Bucks trail by 8. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by New York. Hart's got his 5th rebound in this one. .1:15 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Brunson outside. And it's sent back by Lopez. Lillard looking around. Pass to Lopez. Now here's Lillard. Shoots over Bridges. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Lopez.
His team is in a tight spot, but Lillard keeps his cool, totally focused on getting them what they need.
Brunson kicks to Towns. Trying to find Brunson. Gets it to him. Launches it. It's good from long range. Hart's got the lead up to 9 now for the Knicks.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
From deep, Prince. That shot, no good. So it's New York picking up the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but